What's up, people? This is one of those days where I wish I had things that I could just edit on the fly together. Now, I know I've been out of touch with reality and what's been going on in the world. Now, I have to ask you, have you seen Smoking Baby? There's a 2-year-old Indonesian kid who's been on YouTube and on the news, and he's sitting there smoking cigarettes. And I'm not talking about just holding it in his hand. This kid looks like Jonathan Winters on a binge. Just puffing away, hanging out, like shooting the shit with his pals. Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing after the party? Or what are you? Looks like James Gandolfini looking for his Coke from Alabama, from True Romance. Alabama, where's my fucking Coke? What are you doing? It is the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. And apparently it's been out there for 2 or 3 weeks. Where have I been? Now, also, as you know, I call for the downfall of society. This is another sign of the apocalypse. Smoking Baby. And right now, I wish I had an editor because I would put up the link, but just search Indonesian Smoking Baby. I'm sure you'll find it on YouTube. Okay? The song, by the way, behind us is You Will Die by What You Live by Harvey Danger. I've been discovering some new music. I hung out with a couple of my emo chick friends, and they just gave me a whole list of new music. The Rentals, Harvey Danger, the Decemberists. Good stuff. Anyway, Smoking Baby. And I just want to join them and have a cigarette with them. But anyway, it's been, I've been going strong. And the other day I was on some happy pills. I took some stuff and, I don't know, I think they were Vicodin. Who knows? Like I said, if you know anything about the Jewish religion, on Passover you have to clean out your house from all the bread substances. I'm cleaning my entire house out. Even like I have all these things around my house, like this. What do you think might have been in there from time to time? It's not just where I keep my special quarters. Everything in my house was a hiding spot. Everything in my house was a hiding spot. You go deep down in the shark's mouth, there might be a prize there for you. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I've cleaned out my house. Still haven't smoked a cigarette. I'm almost done with the ganj. If you would have came to New York, I was giving it away. We're almost done, so I'm going to go full detox. And by the end of June, I'll probably be out of everything in my house. And that's where we stand. Now, Smoking Baby. Smoking Baby, oil in the water, freaking volcanoes exploding that caused air traffic to halt. Okay, you got Turkey, Israel. How many signs do we need that the apocalypse is coming? Seriously. I'm back on that. Yeah, I know it's crazy to be one of those doomsday guys that thinks that all these signs are pointing to some greater psychoticness. Also, the BP oil spill. Stop calling it a spill. It's a disaster. It's a crack in the fucking earth. This was done. I don't know where to go with this one anymore, okay? It's a crack in the earth that is proving that there is an unlimited supply of oil, okay? Now that we know that there's an unlimited supply of oil, can we cut contact with the Middle East? Can we just pull out? Can we get our troops out of there now? We don't need the oil. Remember all you people? No blood for oil, no blood for oil, no war for oil. We're going to Iraq for the oil. We don't need the oil now. Even though that wasn't the reason, because we were going there to, find the weapons of mass destruction and make sure that nobody gets gassed. And we were out there for the public good and the genocide and all that bullshit. But now that we know there's an unstoppable amount of oil out there, and again, remember, I see they're not running the cameras. Maybe they're listening to me. Shut the cameras off and let Obama just fly down there and fix the problem. But the core of the earth is just a pool of molten... You thought it was lava, right? You thought it was like some sort of red substance that we were all we learned in school, that it's a molten ball of fire in the middle of the earth. Now, it's oil, and it's unlimited, and we can just tap into it whenever we can. You think it's dangerous doing oil drilling down the ocean? Let's try going right to the core of the earth. That is what we're going to attempt next. Because what's going to happen is somebody's going to attempt it, and they're just going to blow the fucking earth up. That's right. So, why even talk about stocks? Stocks! Because we could talk about sports gambling. which at least is more fun. Because I think I told you about how great I am as a sports gambler and how I've had a crazy, crazy run. I've been doing this since I was a 12-year-old child, running numbers for the gangsters in the neighborhood. Hey, like I was selling papers on the street. Extra, extra. I feel like I'm talking like I'm like 150 years old, running numbers for a gangster in the neighborhood. Nah, I did football sheets, And I've been gambling ever since I was a child. And I've been on some crazy runs. I've had some bad moves. But I think in the long run, I've actually still can say that I'm positive over my gambling sports career, which is crazy, which is hard to believe. But when I was touting myself and saying, oh, it's going to end, it ended. The run came to a screeching halt during the NCAA tournament. First of all, my pick to win the whole thing or get to the Sweet 16 was UNLV. They were out in the first round, gone. And every game that I picked, as much as I like to pick the underdogs, for some reason I just decided not to, and I pretty much lost every game. So I've been waiting. I've been biding my time, waiting to bet against the Mets and the Yankees. And betting against the Mets this year was phenomenal. Phenomenal. Right after they won those 8 games in a row, 9 games in a row, and everybody was all excited, max pain. The Mets are just like the Jets. They cause the fans max pain. When they start to get good, that's when you look for them to crash. And you could equate everything with the stock market, so I guess this is like stock market related. It's to get suckers you in, and then the crash. So here's what I'm saying. Here's what I'm saying is that I'm on that crazy run again right now. I bet against Santana yesterday. I bet against the Yankees yesterday, and that was a great win because they have never lost. They haven't lost to Baltimore in this year, going back to last year. So they were due. They were due to blow one game. I mean, come on. And also, of course, it's gambling. I don't know shit, but I do know that I'm on a run, and I'm not going to be trading today. Also, let's talk about BP and the oil disaster. I said there was going to be one more day where the stock has to shake and scare the hell out of everybody. And I was suggesting, as much as I was saying the stock could go to $11, I read somewhere that if they cut the dividend, the stock would go to $27 that day. And that's where I was. That was the basis of my trade. I thought the stock was going to go to $27. So when I was looking at it at $37 and the $35 calls were only $1.50. And I was in the chat room explaining to you that if you look at all the options, those were the most fairly priced. You had about a week and a half, 2 weeks before expiration. The stock was only a point and a half away from being in the money, and they were $1.50. And if you looked at the 30s, just to base it on that, 5 points away, those were still 50 cents. So, and then you had the 27.50s and blah, blah, blah. So I gave this a shot. I was trying to buy them $1.50. I got done at $1.75, I think $1.80. Wound up selling half at 3 and half at 5. Now, I got to look at that as a good trade, but yet, of course, I didn't make much money on it because I didn't have many contracts. And I've been talking to people about, in this market, I've been just trying to do my 1 or 2 trades, make a little bit of money, because this is a job. As long as I can make money at it, I will keep doing it. This has been a remarkable run because everything I've done lately has been, I guess, right, even though they've been wrong. Like when we were shorting Rambus the other day, and Fatty in the chat room, who is my son, my illegitimate son from India, I said, okay, let's short Rambus, and he shorted it, quickly took a, 14, 20 cent profit. And so me saying it and not doing it, him doing it and actually getting out quick, that was a guarantee. Because it's like, between me and this dude in the chat room, Fatty, if you come to the chat room, you can meet him. Between him and I, we are just, the curse is strong amongst us, and I believe he might be my son. So, because legitimately he could be my son. He's a young man from India, and there was a time where I had an affair with an Indian woman, and you never know, Fatty, you could be my son, and I wouldn't be surprised. So then Rambus proceeded to tank 3 points after he got out. And I said, okay, so I'm sitting there watching. I hadn't done a trade all day, and because I was happy with the BP money. And so then Rambus comes to like this capitulation. You see the volume spikes. And I was like, here's our opportunity. Buy some Rambus here at $18.20. And you got a 18.10 was the low of the day, so you sell there. And if it breaks 18, get rid of the rest. And that was our stop. Next thing you know, it started going up. I wanted to make some money. I took the money. I was like, now's your chance to get in. 18.20, 18.30. Get in. It'll probably hit 19, and it hit 19. And that was your one trade of the day. So, all right. Let me wrap this up because I got to go. I'll be back because I got more to say. See ya.
I would much prefer Krull.